Hello everyone, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಅನೈವರಕ್ಕೂ ವಣಕ್ಕಂ. Dasara is here and so are our dolls. The whole house is decked up for Dasara, right from our Tulsi Katte to Krishna. Wishing everyone a very happy Dasara and Navratri. I'll be taking you through a walkthrough of our dolls. Please join me in the walkthrough. So here is our Golu setup. This is actually one half of it. These are all the divine dolls. So now I'll be taking you, zooming in through all the dolls and taking you through a walkthrough. All the sets have labels, so most of it is self-explanatory. Come, let's go for a virtual tour of my dolls on my Golu display now. Now I'll be taking you through a virtual tour of my Golu display or my Bombay display. On the first step is the Durga, Saraswati, Anjaneya, Lakshmi and Vinayakar or Ganesha. On the second step is the Ashtalakshmi. On the third step is the Dashavatara, two sets of the Dashavatara. On the fourth step is the Marpachi Bomme or the Pattada Gombe, two sets of Pattada Gombe on one side and two sets on the other side. Now coming to the most newest collection, which is the silver family, my silver family heirloom. These are silver items handed over to me from generations, which I've got encased this year. That's the Krishna set, encased silver Krishna set items. And these are my silver family heirloom, the Venkateshwara or the Balaji set. This is the Mysore Dasara procession, a depiction of the Mysore Dasara procession at my home. The palace, the Raja Rani, elephants, musicians, the Tanjavur Taleatti Bomme, a band set and more elephants, all taking part in the Mysore Dasara procession at my home. Now coming to another part of Mysore. This is the Chamundeshwari Hills. That is the famous, world famous Mahishasura statue, a depiction of the Mahishasura statue, the Mahanandi and the Mysore Zoo. We have taken care to cover even minute details. Please notice the Punjabi Dhaba on the side of the road and the cars on the road too. On the other side of the main paddy is the Subbamma Shetty fruit stall. We also have a Shetty Angadi, what is called, or the local grocery shop. These are my collection of brass artifacts. That is my dear angel Priyanka and her friends. Now coming to the second half of the display in this room. We have a lovely Kathakali, a pair of Kathakali dolls on the top and a pair of the authentic Trishur elephants. Below that is my new Rama set. This is my newest addition to my dolls. Below that is the Srinivasa Kalyana set. Then the Sri Vaishnava Alvars and the story of Andal. Here we have the Krishna Rasa Krida and a few Kondapalli dolls. Moving down, we have many porcelain dolls, divine figurines, animals, birds, more porcelain beauties, Radha Krishna, and many small porcelain dolls. Here we have wire dolls, a wedding set, and some contemporary beautiful ceramic dolls. This is a beautiful Balaji or Venkateshwara, and that's a man playing the drums, a beautifully carved on a bark of a tree. This is a beautiful idol of Krishna. Now coming to my collection of miniatures. On the first step is the copper utensils. On the second step are mini clay pots. On the third step a brass kitchen set is the brass kitchen set. And the fourth step is the Dokra animals. Dokra is a very world famous art. These are some more of my miniature collections. On the first step is the miniature Ashtalakshmi set. Then the Chanpatna toys. On the third step are stone miniatures. On the fourth step is Krishna's troop. On the fifth step is what we call as the Sumangali Puja set. These are items which were used in the household in the olden times. Keeping the miniatures of these, that is the Biso Kallu, Rubbo Kallu, Mora, Vanke, etc. in the puja room and worshipping them is considered very auspicious. So that is the Sumangali or the Lakshmi Puja set. And that's my dear angel and my most cherished, most popular Golu 2021 from Saptavarna Creations, and my lamp waiting to welcome the guests. So this completes one half of the tour. Everything here are all divine figurines. Let's continue the tour in the second room now. So we completed one room. This is the second room of my Golu display. On the first room we had all the divine figurines. Here we have the other collections. Please come. Let's continue the virtual tour of my Bombay or the Golu display. So here we have the other themes like a depiction of a rustic village scene, my brass collection, the terracotta or the earthen collection, my Krishna collection, and this is my this year's theme, a nostalgic memory of traditional Indian games, the miniatures and the life-size items. So I'll be zooming in through each of the collections separately. Come, let's continue the virtual tour. So here is the Golu display in the second room. Firstly, we have a depiction of a rustic village scene. That's a depiction of a rustic village scene. That's the antique brass and diya decor. Different kinds of lamps. Different kinds of brass items and more lamps. That's my entire brass collection. That's my terracotta collection or the clay collection. We have labeled it as eco-earthly craft. Beautiful terracotta or clay items. That's the terracotta items. Moving on, we have the Gokula Nandana, the abode of Krishna. Various idols of Krishna in various forms. The Bhatta Krishna, Krishna on the chariot with Arjuna, Vasudeva carrying Krishna, baby Krishna, Krishna with Yashoda, Radha Krishna, various forms of Krishna. That's the Gokula Nandana corner, the Krishna corner. Now coming to the most important part of my Golu display or the Bomme display, which is this year's theme, the nostalgic memory of traditional Indian games. We chose this theme to educate the new millennium or the younger generation about the beauty of traditional Indian games. Thanks to the development of technology, this generation has taken to video games. And yes, due to paucity of space, outdoor games, most of these outdoor games are not possible. But yes, Indian games do have their own beauty. And the elders who are watching this video will definitely recollect many memories of the games they played in their childhood. So let's go through the various miniatures one by one. The first one is Lagori. It's an outdoor game. There are 7 stones stacked one upon the other, and one of them hits the stones with a ball, and the rest of them have to come back and arrange it. It's an outdoor game. It needs a lot of stamina. Now coming to Kabaddi. It's again an outdoor game. Mostly boys used to play this. These are games which I recollect a lot from my childhood. Mostly boys used to play these games. There are 2 teams. One is the red team and one is the blue team, and that's the umpire. So one of the riders or the runners goes into the other team calling Kabaddi, 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 and it has to be done in one breath. That's the catch. And he has to get back to his team without getting touched. This is a game which needs a lot of stamina. That is the game of cricket. I don't think most of us need much explanation for cricket. It's the unofficial national game of our country, isn't it? Of course, lots of us have enjoyed watching the game and listening to the commentary in our younger days on the radio and the TV. After the TV came in, before that it used to be mostly the commentary on the radio. Are you all recollecting those days? Now we come to an outdoor game, another outdoor game, which is Coco. There are two teams and the players sit opposite to each other and the runners run around them. There's an umpire too. So he has to come and touch the back, and then this player gets up and runs, and there are two posts here. They have to run around that. Coco again needs a lot of stamina. It burns a lot of calories. It's played by girls and boys too. Now this is the game of buguri, or the top. It's pinning the top on your hand. It's pinning the top on your hand or on the ground using this thread. It's a game of strategy. It needs a lot of strategy, practice and experience. Oh, we have enjoyed this game so much in our younger days. Now coming to the next game, that is Ludo. It's played by 2 players or 4 players or even 3 players. There are 4 sets of pawns, and the one who reaches the home first is the winner. Now coming to the snake and ladder. There are lots of snakes and ladders. 2 players or 4 players play this game. Maximum of 4 players. So these are all miniatures. They're just about palm size. These are all miniatures. We have prepared these boards. There's a lot of history which goes into the snake and ladder. In this video, I'm just taking you through a brief walkthrough of all the games. There will be another video covering the theme in detail. For people who are interested, please do watch that video too. This is one of my personal favorites. It's called the Tire Bandi Atta. That is old discarded tires. The children used to just wheel them around with these sticks. Oh, it's a very fun game. It's one of my personal favorites. I recollect a lot of memories with this game. Just rolling these tires on the road and enjoying. It burns a lot of calories. Most of these games were played in the older days when technology wasn't there. And the children used to play outside and they used to get so much vitamin D naturally. Now we come to an indoor game, which is the Alguli Mane or the Palangui as called in Tamil. It's played by 2 players. This is the Palangui board designed by us. It's a miniature again, just about palm size. Now we come to what is called as Kallu Atta, or they are usually played by stones. In the olden days, everything used to be played with things available in the local ecosystem. This game can be played by any number of players. You toss the stone onto your hand and then catch it and then pick up the other stones. It needs a lot of strategy. So that's another very interesting game, which I have loads of memories from playing with my grandmother, my party in the summer holidays. This is an outdoor game called Chinni Dandu or Gilli Dandu. So there's one long stick and there's one short stick. This is called as the gilli and this is called as the dandu. So you hit the dandu with the gilli. It's a game which needs a lot of strategy. and aiming too. This is a game, I'm sure all of us recollect a lot of memories with this game. This is a game of Golu or marbles. Any number of players play these games. In our younger days, when we used to play this game of marbles, you had to hit the marble like this with another marble. The colors of the marbles used to attract us so much. And the one who hits the marbles takes back, is the winner, and he takes the marbles and goes home. The colors in the marbles is to be the most attractive for this game. It's an outdoor game. And yes, I'm recollecting a very funny memory associated with this. Once when I was playing this marble game, it accidentally fell on my glasses and I broke my spectacles. So that's the memory which is coming back to me when I see this game. Now this is an indoor game, one of my personal favorites. It is called as Huli Kuriata or the Adupuli Atam as called in Tamil. Two players play this game. It's a game of extreme strategy. So these are the tigers or the puli or the huli. There are 4 tigers and there are 24 sheep or adu or kuri. So the tigers can jump over the sheep and capture it, and the sheep have to avoid being captured by the tigers. Usually cowrie shells and tamarinds were used to play this game. I have loads and loads of memories playing this game with my party. Most often I think she used to let me win. Such nostalgic, beautiful memories. This is the game of Kunte Bille or hopscotch. It's a very simple game. You just draw this onto a concrete surface outdoor, and then you use a stone, you toss it onto the grid, and then you jump over. So it's a game of hopscotch. It burns a lot of calories. As young children, we used to just enjoy playing this game for hours and hours together. This is a game of Chauka Bara. It's a grid of 5 on 5. You can draw it on the ground too. And mostly cowrie shells and pulses were used. It can be played by 2 or 4 players. It's an indoor game. I again have loads and loads of memories associated with this while playing it with my cousins, my grandmother, my nephews. All of us used to play this game together in the summer holidays. Are you all recollecting your beautiful memories too? This is a game of chess. The knight, the queen. Again, this board is just about palm size. All these are miniatures. Don't miss the small muddas on which our players are sitting. All miniatures. Vishwanathan Anand became famous because of the game of chess. Can we even forget that? This is Kannu Katta Aata. That means one of the players is blindfolded and the other players turn him around and run away. The fun in this is that just to tease the one who's blindfolded, the others keep coming and touching him and he has to run and catch them. Oh, this is to be so much fun. As a child, while playing this game, as a child and a teenager too, while playing this game, some of us used to fall down and get muds and bruises on our arms and our legs. Oh, me personally, I used to be so ungirlish and tomboyish. And my brother and my mother used to be so irritated with my bruises and my cuts. That's a beautiful memory which is coming up right now for me while watching this game. This is a game of carom. I'm sure most of us have played this. It's again just about palm size. Don't miss the small table and the chairs on which our cute players are sitting. The game of carom doesn't need much introduction, I think. All these are small pawns. There is the queen and the striker. 2 or 4 players play this. In our younger days, me, my cousins, my nephews, all of us used to play these games together, the game of carom. It's a game of strategy, concentration, aiming. It increases the IQ too, brain power. A very, very nice game to be played by children. Here comes the game of pagade or pachisi. Pachisi was played in during the Mahabharata, which actually led to the Mahabharata war. It was played between the Kauravas and Pandavas. Who can even forget the strategic planning of the Shakuni, which led to the Mahabharata war? So here 2 or 4 players play this game, and the one who reaches the home is the winner. So this is a miniature depiction of the pagade or pachisi. Now we come to the last of the miniatures, that is the tic-tac-toe. 2 players play this game, one is the X and one is the O. So whoever makes the line first is the winner. That's the game of tic-tac-toe for you. So far we have seen the miniatures of all the games which are a part of my theme. I am sure all the elders recollected a lot of memories, and the youngsters, I am sure, are curious now to play these games. Some of the games, yes, are available, but some like Chauka Bara, etc. How do you play the game? How do you draw the grid? Sometimes what happens, as in now these days, the grandparents are in India and the grandchildren are overseas, and the grandparents talk to the grandchildren virtually over the phone talking about these games. Now the children want to play these games. After hearing the story from the grandmothers and the grandfathers, they want to play these games. But how do you draw these grids? So, are you wondering how to do that? Where these games are available? Come, I have an answer to that too in my display. So that's the shop, Kavade, my friend's shop. It's located in Bangalore. So you can order from www.kavade.org and you can get your items delivered anywhere around the globe. So there are some beautiful pieces here. I'll be zooming in on each one of them. You can check them out on the website too. As I've already explained, this is the Huli Kuriata or the Adupuliatam. 4 variants of the same. That's the first variant. This is a brass variant. This is another one. Different names of the same game. This is the cow and leopard game. The same game, different names. Now we come to the second game, Chauka Bara, as I've already explained. That is a beautiful rosewood set. That's a simpler cloth set. That's a beautiful game of an ancient chess set. Don't miss the beautiful king pawn of the king. Oh, it's so beautiful. That's a beautiful set of an embroidered pagade game. This Algoli Mane or Palangui is very, very special to me. It's the one I played along with my party. It's the same Palangui. It's bringing back so many beautiful memories. It's the same set, down to the same screws which are missing, but that's the beauty of it. It's just as it was, a very, very special one to me. That's another Alguli Mane or Palangui. That was a lagori which we saw using stones. For people who want to purchase it, it comes in wood. So you can buy this and play it. So this is a game called Navakankari or the Salu Ata, where you make a line using pawns. Salu means line in Kannada. So this is various forms of the Navakankari. And this is another variant called as Morabara. It's an African variant of the Navakankari. Now these are the Ganjifa cards or the round playing cards. I'll be talking more about all these games in the video of covering the theme. Please do watch that video too. This is a game designed by Mummidi Krishnaraja Wadayar, the royal dynasty of the Mysore kingdom, of the erstwhile Mysore kingdom. It's the knight's tour of the Navagraha. This is Dayakattam, another game of strategy. So this is the display at the entrance to the room, covering my various small collections. So that completes the virtual tour of the second room of my Golu display. Like I said in the video, for those who are looking for a complete descriptive video of my this year's theme, please do watch the other video too. Wishing everyone a very happy Navratri and Dasara. And all those who are taking part in the Saptavarna Global Golu online competition, wishing all of you all the best. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ದಸರಾ ಹಬ್ಬದ ಶುಭಾಶಯಗಳು. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ವಣಕ್ಕಂ.